Hello everyone, I'm Camille, 23 years old, a student from Paris, France. Today, I'm going to tell you about the miraculous story I experienced in Los Angeles. Honestly, I wasn't really interested in American guys before. I thought they were a bit too focused on superficial appearances, not as genuinely deep or romantic as French men, and perhaps a bit loud. But now, I can confidently say that American guys are the best in the world, especially the one I met right before my wedding night. If you hear the reason, you'll definitely change your mind about America and American men. If you're curious, hit subscribe, like, and turn on notifications to be the first to receive the next stories. In the summer of 2022, I was an international relations student at the University of California, Los Angeles, UCLA. To be honest, I had a bit of a stereotype about Americans, especially American men. I apologize, but frankly, I never found them attractive. I thought they lacked genuine depth and weren't as sophisticated or romantic as French or European men. I was chosen to participate in a student exchange program at the University of Southern California, USC, to study Southeast Asian economics. I thought America was just a country famous for its flashy attractions and superficial smiles. From the moment I stepped foot in Los Angeles International Airport, LAX, I encountered one surprise after another. First, the airport was much cleaner and more modern than Charles de Gaulle Airport in Paris, and the service attitude of the staff was on a completely different level. "Welcome to America! Welcome to America!" The airport staff greeted me in fluent French and naturally helped me carry my heavy suitcases. This would be unthinkable in France. In the taxi on the way to the dormitory, I was equally surprised. The driver even introduced famous tourist spots in LA in French and offered me a bottle of water. "First time in America? Our country is amazing. If you have any questions, just ask. Why are the people here so kind?" Right then, my stereotypes began to waver. When I arrived at the dormitory and was unpacking, I heard someone talking on the phone with a hurried tone in the hallway. I peeked out the door and was completely surprised. There was a male student, about 6'1" tall, with broad shoulders and a handsome masculine American face standing there. Immediately I thought, American guys can be this handsome? But what was even more surprising was his demeanor. "Grandma, it's okay, I'll be there right away. Yes, I'll ask my professors for permission." Seeing his attitude on the phone, I felt that he was not just handsome but also possessed an inner depth, not just outwardly attractive like French men, but a strong man from within. He was Alex Miller, a fourth-year medical student at the Keck School of Medicine of USC. A few days later, when I met Alex again in my English class, honestly I had a little hope he would notice me because I was quite popular in France. But Alex was different. He didn't secretly glance at me or seem flustered like other guys. He behaved very politely, courteously, and naturally. "Hi Camille, I'm Alex. I'll help you learn English." His voice was deep and calm. He didn't try to show off ostentatiously like French guys, but had a special charm. As we studied English together, I gradually discovered Alex's true appeal. First, he was very intelligent. When I didn't understand grammar, he explained it logically and clearly. In French, it would feel like this. He even used French to explain things. "How do you speak French so well?" "I love languages, so I taught myself." As a future doctor, I'll probably encounter many international patients. Wow, I've never met a man like this in France. To prepare for the future so systematically is amazing. What was even more surprising was his thoughtfulness. Hearing that I couldn't eat spicy American food, for our next study session, he personally made a salad and brought it for me. "You're not used to American food? I made this myself. It has a French-style salad dressing. When do you have time to make things like this? I just made it early in the morning. It's no trouble at all." From that moment, I began to see him in a different light. The fact that he cooked for me early in the morning while still a busy medical student showed he had a completely different kind of charm compared to French guys. Not outwardly showy but truly capable, self-managed and most importantly, genuinely caring towards others. About a month later, I caught a severe flu. My fever was over 102 degrees Fahrenheit, and my whole body ached. Alone in my room, I felt like I was dying. Just then, I heard a knock on the door. "Camille, are you okay? You didn't come to class." It was Alex. When I opened the door, I saw him holding a large bag. "What is it?" "A first aid kit. It has a thermometer, fever reducers, electrolytes, and even some chicken noodle soup my grandma made for you." When I opened the bag, I saw hospital-grade medical equipment, like something from an emergency room. A thermometer, of course, but also an IV drip kit. "Why did you bring an IV drip kit?" "If you're severely dehydrated, you need an IV. I'm a medical student, I can do it." Wow, is this an American guy? Not only did he bring soup, but he also handled everything perfectly from a medical standpoint. That night, Alex took care of me like a real doctor. He took my temperature every 2 hours, administered the IV drip, and gave me fever reducers on time. "Alex, tomorrow you have to visit your grandma at the hospital, and you also have an exam. You should go home. Your condition, Camille, is worrying right now. Your fever is as high as 103 degrees Fahrenheit. How could I leave you alone?" He took care of me all night until the next morning. He even missed a medical school exam. "Why are you doing so much for me?" Alex was silent for a moment, then said, "Because you, Camille, are important." Right then, my heart raced. Not flowery words like French guys, but I felt his sincerity. After I recovered, I wanted to thank Alex, so I told him I wanted to visit his grandmother. The grandmother I met at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center was a special person. She had stage 4 stomach cancer, but when she saw me, she still smiled brightly. "Oh, is this the girl? Alex keeps praising her. That French girl. Grandma, when did I say that?" Alex blushed, looking incredibly shy and adorable. Every time Alex mentioned Camille, his eyes lit up. "Grandma, Camille is so smart. She learns English so fast." It was then that I realized Alex also had feelings for me, but American guys express themselves so cautiously. In his grandmother's hospital room, I witnessed something even more astonishing. On the table next to the bed, there were sticky notes filled with Alex's handwriting. His grandmother's medication schedule, doctor's visit times, a symptom checklist, a nutrition plan. Everything was meticulous, careful, like a real doctor. He even created an Excel file and printed it out. "Alex records everything every day, dear." The doctors are even surprised. They said they've never seen a caregiver manage things so systematically. His grandmother spoke with a voice full of pride. "And do you know how devoted this boy is? He sleeps at the hospital every night, dear. Then on weekends he goes home to cook her favorite dishes and brings them here." It was then that I understood why Alex always looked tired. He had to study medicine, take care of his grandmother, and also work part-time to earn money for her medical expenses. "Where are Alex's parents?" When I asked cautiously, his grandmother's expression saddened slightly. "Alex's father passed away when he was in middle school, dear, and his mother remarried and moved to another state to live. This boy is truly on his own, dear." Right then, I understood everything. Alex truly had to bear everything alone. Although he was not yet 20, this boy never complained about being tired, not once. On the contrary, he was afraid his grandmother would worry, so he always acted cheerful. It was unbelievable that such a child existed. That day when I left the hospital room, I had completely changed. My view of American guys had completely changed. French guys are good at promoting themselves, but when they encounter real difficulties, they often run away. But Alex bravely endured such difficult circumstances while performing all his duties well. "Alex, aren't you tired?" "Yes, I am. Honestly, sometimes I want to give up. My friends have girlfriends. They go out and have fun, while I have to go back and forth between the hospital and the library. But Grandma is the one who raised me. When I didn't have parents, she was always by my side. Now that she's sick, it's only natural that I take care of her." Right then, I was incredibly impressed. This was a real man, responsible, devoted, and truly loving. After that day, Alex and I became closer, and I discovered many astonishing aspects of American society. One day, I was on a bus with Alex and saw an elderly woman carrying heavy bags. But then something magical happened. Young American men stood up to offer their seats and rushed to help her. Offering a seat is basic, but they also helped carry her bags. Wow, you would never see a scene like this in France. It's normal in America. Respecting elders is basic courtesy. It was then that I realized not only was Alex special, but all American guys had this DNA. Another day, I was eating with Alex, and the restaurant owner saw us and said, "Oh, a foreign friend? First time trying American food, dear? This is a special treat from me. Try it." She brought a small bowl of clam chowder without charging us. "Ma'am, this is too much." "Oh, it's no trouble, dear. Thank you for coming to my delicious restaurant." Wow, this would be unimaginable in France. Giving so much to a foreigner you've never met before. Why are Americans so kind? Because we have hospitality, especially for foreigners. We want to take extra special care. From those experiences, I gradually fell in love with America. The warmth of Americans, the genuine care of American men. But then, a significant event occurred. One night, on my way back to the dormitory, a drunk man approached me aggressively. "Hey, are you an American girl? I don't like Americans." He said vulgar things to me because he was drunk and tried to push me. It was terrifying. Just then Alex appeared out of nowhere. "Camille!" Alex stood between me and the man and said in a calm but firm voice, "She's with me. Please stay away from her." "What? You want to fight?" He calmly grabbed the man's wrist and used a traditional martial arts technique to twist his arm, making him yell, "Ah!" and fall to the ground. "I don't want to fight, but I won't let you harm her." His voice was calm but had an unusual charm. The man must have felt it because he mumbled something and ran away. "Camille, are you okay? Are you hurt anywhere?" Seeing Alex worried, my heart raced. "Alex, what was that just now? That was amazing. I've been practicing martial arts since I was little, but I don't like fighting." Wow, a medical student, a martial artist, and speaks multiple languages. Is there such a perfect man? That night, Alex safely escorted me back to the dormitory and said, "From now on, don't go out alone at night. It's dangerous." "But Alex, how were you there?" "I usually watch to make sure you get back to the dorm safely every day." So he had been secretly taking care of me like that. How romantic. From then on, I completely fell in love with Alex. No, I should say I fell in love with American guys. It was a completely different kind of charm than French guys. Another dimension. Although not overtly expressive, he always protected strongly when needed and genuinely cared for others. When the rainy season came, his grandmother's condition began to worsen. Alex became even busier. I also tried to help as much as I could. But then another surprising thing happened. That was when I truly felt the genuine compassion of Americans. Alex's university friends had raised money for his grandmother's hospital bills. Moreover, they did it without letting Alex know. Seeing Alex struggle alone, we just chipped in a little each. Friends and brothers should help each other in times of difficulty. They had raised over $1,000. Even though they were just students, at that moment I was truly moved. This is the compassion of America. They are not blood relatives, yet they did so much. His grandmother was also very touched. They are such kind children. My Alex has found good friends, dear. One night there was a call saying his grandmother's condition was critical. When we rushed to the hospital, his grandmother was wearing an oxygen mask. "Grandma, Camille is here." Alex's voice trembled. His grandmother looked at me and smiled weakly. "Camille, thank you for coming. I have something to ask of you." "Please tell me, Grandma. My Alex is a good boy, isn't he? Please take care of him. It seems he will struggle too much if he's alone." That night, his grandmother passed away peacefully. At the funeral, many people came. Alex's friends, professors, and people his grandmother had helped at her church. Even the owners of shops in the neighborhood came. It was then that I realized how kind his grandmother was. She was very well known in this neighborhood. She always helped neighbors in need. After the funeral, Alex grieved for a while. From then on, I became the one who took care of Alex, waking him up every morning, eating together, and studying together. About a month later, Alex smiled for the first time. "Camille, thank you. If it weren't for you, Camille, I don't know what I would have done." Compared to what Alex had done for me, this was nothing. From then on, our relationship developed naturally. When winter came, Alex confessed his love for me. "Camille, I love you." Initially, our relationship started with helping each other. "But now I can't imagine life without you, Camille." I replied that I felt the same way. After we became a couple, we experienced more of American culture together. During Thanksgiving, I met Alex's family and it was impressive. The whole family gathered together, gave thanks, ate together, and checked in on each other. "Camille, you're part of our family now." Alex's aunt hugged me and said, "And the food during American holidays is truly an art." The roasted turkey and pumpkin pie that Alex's mother made. "Mom, how do you cook so well?" "Our daughter-in-law needs to learn, so I'll teach you all the recipes." From then on, I started learning to cook American dishes, with Alex always by my side helping. The clam chowder Camille made taste just like grandma's. When Alex said it, with tearful eyes, I was also moved. Finally, Alex graduated from medical school and began his residency, and I also graduated with my master's degree. "Camille, will you marry me?" Alex's proposal wasn't extravagant, but I felt his sincerity. Living in America might be a little difficult. The culture is different. Will you be okay if I'm by Alex's side? Anywhere is fine. America is my home now. During the wedding preparations, I experienced traditional American wedding culture. Wearing a white wedding gown for the first time, I looked at myself in the mirror and felt beautiful. "Oh my, Camille looks great in a wedding dress, just like an American bride. Now you're our daughter-in-law." While preparing for the wedding, I also learned about the American tradition of exchanging vows and receiving blessings. Initially, I felt a little awkward, but when I understood its meaning, I thought it was truly a beautiful tradition. Vows are an expression of commitment, and the blessings given by elders will bring prosperity to married life. Alex's mother said it was very meaningful, but then, the night before the wedding, tears suddenly flowed. As I sat alone in my hotel room, tears began to fall. At first, I thought they were tears of happiness, but they kept flowing more and more until I finally broke down sobbing, and I didn't even know why I was crying. Then suddenly I realized it was because I missed Grandma. Grandma, who had welcomed me so warmly as my first relative in America. Grandma, who had entrusted Alex to me before she passed away. And all the past moments replayed like a short film. I, who once looked down on America from France, I, who once thought American guys weren't attractive, found my life partner in America, found a real family, and learned what true love island. What moved me even more was the next event. Suddenly there was a knock on the door, and Alex walked in. "Camille, why are you crying?" Alex panicked and rushed to my side. "I miss Grandma, and how rude I was when I first came to America. I looked down on America and thought American guys weren't attractive. But now," Alex hugged me tightly and said, "that doesn't matter. Now that you love America and love me is enough. America is truly the most amazing country, and American guys are the most wonderful men in the world." Just then, Alex took out a small box. "This is from Grandma. She left it behind. Before she passed, she said to give it to Camille." When I opened the box, I saw his grandmother's ruby ring inside, and there was also a letter from his grandmother. "To Camille, my dearest granddaughter. This ring was passed down to me by my mother. Now I want to give it to you. It's so lucky that you met our Alex. Where else could I find a daughter-in-law like you? I wish you a happy life, my dear." As soon as I finished reading his grandmother's letter, I burst into tears again. Grandma truly accepted me as her American daughter-in-law. Grandma said it the first time she saw you, Camille, that this child would definitely be our daughter-in-law. Grandma's eyes were never wrong. That night, we talked a lot. Alex, I have learned so much from Americans. What true love is, what family is, what hospitality island. Camille has also taught us many things. How to understand different cultures, how to perceive people without prejudice. But it's amazing. In France, individualism is normal. But in America, family and community are so important. Americans highly value the concept of us. It's not just about my own happiness, but true happiness is when all of us are happy. The next day, at the wedding, everything was like a dream. As I wore my wedding gown and performed the ceremony, I kept thinking, Grandma, are you watching? I'm so happy. It was the same when we exchanged vows. Parents, I ask for your permission to take care of Alex. As I bowed, my in-laws also had tears in their eyes. Thank you, Camille, our dear daughter. Please take care of Alex. Then they blessed us. The sight of everyone smiling and blessing us was incredibly heartwarming. We went on our honeymoon to Hawaii. Because I had heard that his grandmother had never been to a beautiful beach, we went with the feeling of bringing her along. On the Hawaiian beach, we performed a small ceremony to remember his grandmother. Grandma, we're married now. Thanks to the fate you brought us together. A year after we got married, I had become completely American. Now, English is easier than French, and I also like American food more than French food. Especially the clam chowder, following his grandmother's recipe that I make, is so perfect that Alex says it tastes exactly like hers. Alex has also become a specialized doctor and is now a very good doctor. Grandma's dream has come true. And last spring, we received a gift, like an angel appearing. That is our son Leo. When we heard I was pregnant, we went to visit his grandmother's grave together. Grandma, you're going to have a great-grandchild. When the baby was born, a miracle happened. Leo looks incredibly like his grandmother. His smiling eyes and gentle personality are exactly the same. It's as if his grandmother has been reincarnated. Alex thinks so too. Leo is now 18 months old. He's a very good and adorable child, and he's learning both English and French. Yesterday, I took Leo to his grandmother's grave. When Leo looked at his grandmother's picture, he said, Grandma, Grandma, I'm so happy. I found true love in America and found a real family. 5 years have passed since I came to America. Now I feel more comfortable here than in France. Sometimes my friends in France ask what life in America is like, and I confidently reply, America is the best country, and American guys are the most charming men in the world. Anywhere else? First, sincerity. Not pretending to be cool on the outside, but thinking for others from the bottom of their hearts. Then, responsibility. Even if there are difficulties, they never give up and keep working until they succeed. And they are also very intelligent. Like my husband, who is a doctor but also speaks many languages, cooks well, exercises well, he is truly an all-rounder. Wow, so American guys are the best? Of course, if you've dated one, you won't be able to date guys from other countries anymore. Recently, I started a YouTube channel about America for French girls to tell foreigners about the good things about America. Many foreigners comment, I want to go to America so bad. Introduce American guys to me. When I hear such words, I feel very proud, especially when introducing American hospitality and family culture. I receive a lot of positive feedback. In America, although individualism is important, they value community more. So, when they encounter difficulties, they help each other, and when there's good news, they share it together. Wow! What an enviable culture. Try coming to America. You'll immediately fall in love with America's beauty. Now I'm pregnant with our second child. The doctor says it might be a girl. Alex said he would name our daughter Lily to honor his grandmother, and also because it's a beautiful name, it's a name to honor both his grandmother and Camille. Life is truly miraculous, isn't it? I, who once looked down on America, love America to this extent. I, who once thought American guys weren't attractive, married an American guy and lived so happily. It seems like everything was a big plan of Grandma's. Grandma was the one who brought Alex and me together. Now I understand thoroughly why I cried so much the night before the wedding. It was a feeling of gratitude. Gratitude for letting me meet a country called America. Gratitude for letting me meet the most wonderful man like Alex. Gratitude for letting me know what a real family island. And also a bit of shame for my own prejudice and ignorance when I rudely judged America without knowing anything. But now, I can confidently say that America is the best country, and American guys are the most charming men in the world. If you have the opportunity, try coming to America and experience the warmth of Americans for yourself. I guarantee you'll fall in love with America's beauty just like I did, and I hope everyone will try to reconsider the importance of family. While your grandparents are still alive, tell them you love them more and spend more time with them. Don't think they will be with us forever. I hope everyone will cherish this moment. If my story today made even a slight impression on you, please subscribe, like, and turn on notifications. Next time I'll be back with more interesting stories about America. Until then, stay healthy and happy, everyone. Thank you. Here's an image of Camille and Alex.